KGAY 106.5, Monday morning at 7:24, and it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for an iconic author and LGBTQ plus hero, Armistead Maupin.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. When was the last time you were in Palm Springs?
You didn't have clothes on at the time, as I recall.
We met and we were at one of those resorts, and yeah, there was nothing to hide. Just two things I was wearing: a flip-flop.
One flip-flop?
No, I had two. You got to keep your feet fully covered.
Yeah.
On hot pavement in Palm Springs.
Boy, is that the truth.
Our special guest, Armistead Maupin, is going to be appearing at Pride on the Page this Friday night at the Palm Springs Cultural Center. VIP is sold out. They have general admission tickets. You can get them at prideonthepage.com. And we are so grateful that you put pen to page, Armistead Maupin.
Thank you very much. I'm not pen, just old typewriter.
You use an old typewriter?
No, I used to.
And now?
I'm on the computer like everybody else.
And you have been on the computer, and there's going to be some more Tales of the City?
Yes, coming out in March. There's a whole new chapter that fits into the middle of the whole series. It's called Mona of the Manor, and it's covers the time that Mona Ramsey was in this manor house in England.
And that's where you're coming to us from now. You're in England.
Yes, I am, yeah.
Your home is now London.
Yes, it is.
What made you move to London, Armistead?
Chris and I, my hubby, have always loved it, and we just decided we needed a new adventure.
And what part of London do you live in?
Clapham, or Clom, as it's jokingly referred to here by people.
Clom. Well, the climate in Clom isn't too much different than it is in San Francisco for some months of the year.
No, it isn't. It's similar in many ways, although we do have seasons, and I enjoy that. It snowed last year, and it was good.
We are just so thrilled that you're doing Pride on the Page. This is the second year for this celebration of LGBTQ plus authors. When it comes to storytelling, do you think that we have an advantage being gay?
Maybe. I certainly did.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt inclined to tell stories all my life, and seeing the world in a different way. I think it helps to be.
We have a roster of over 40 authors. It's just astonishing, the stories that are being told by our gay brethren and sistren, and in all genres of literature. And, yours started off as a column, but it's just sort of blossomed into this whole world of characters and stories from San Francisco. Do you get back to San Francisco much?
I haven't been back since we left 5 years ago, to tell you the truth. It's a commitment to get on a plane here and fly to San Francisco.
Right.
And we've been trying to get established here.
And you were there for the entire lockdown for COVID.
Yeah, we had about, 6 or 8 months of non-COVID, and then had to, settle into lockdown. This wasn't a bad place to do it in. We live on the edge of Clapham Common, huge green space that the dog loves to run on. And it's peaceful here. It's very quiet.
And flowers. There's a lot of flowers.
A lot of flowers.
It's like the national pastime.
We asked me to grow them in our backyard. Yeah, you have to. It's a law.
So what are you growing in your garden?
The dahlias back there now that are blooming, and some kind of geranium.
Nice. Well, Tales of the City author Armistead Maupin is our exclusive guest this morning on KGAY. New chapters in the Tales of the City saga. Mona of the Manor is going to be out in March. Are we going to get a preview at Pride on the Page Friday?
We'll probably read from it. And in fact, I know I will, because I love trying my stuff out on a new audience.
So you had something strange happen in your London backyard. You want to tell us about that?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's amazing. There were people who said there was a bomb in the backyard.
Yeah, and they thought it was some unexploded German bomb from World War II?
Yeah. It wasn't. It was a big rock. But it might have been.
They don't mess around.
Yeah, they don't.
So
I'm glad.
We saw you in the Max documentary, Rock Hudson, All That Heaven Allowed, and you spilled some tea.
Well, I don't think it was tea, really.
Truth.
Yes, thank you.
About Rock Hudson's sexy parties and all the fun that was going on.
I don't believe I put it quite that way.
But there were sexy
I talked
parties.
honestly about him and his life. He got around, and he enjoyed himself in the time that he had.
We really do owe him something for finally coming out at the end.
Yes, we do. And I think the documentary was really well done because it was the first time there's been any joy in telling his story, you know,
Right.
And all of his old lovers lined up there, looking a little worse for wear these days. I include myself in that honorable assemblage. You know, were able to tell his story more clearly, I think, than any sort of dry news reporting of it.
From the telling that you shared and others, that he was really a lot of fun to be around.
He really was. And last night, it just occurred to me, it was a memory that I hadn't even dredged up lately. He had a thing about everybody should have a lover, which is what we call a husband in those days.
I remember, "This is my lover."
Yeah, I still like the sound of it.
I do too.
But he thought everybody should have one. He had one. I won't go into him, but most of us were in our early 30s, the ones he liked. He didn't like them younger than that. We remember him pressuring us to, like, when are you going to get a lover? Come on, you know. And when he found out that I was going on the Pacific Princess to Mexico, what was called the Love Boat back then.
Absolutely, sure.
He insisted on coming down to meet me in San Pedro at the dock. So I was standing up there on the rail of the ship, and this woman standing next to me said, "Who's meeting you?" And I said, "That guy down there." And you know, she pointed down to this towering man that she recognized, and her amazement was such a thrill for me. And I think I felt really privileged to be a gay man at that point, you know.
Yeah, who's meeting you at the ship? Oh, that guy over there, Rock Hudson. Yeah. And then she keeled over and fell off the ship and was never seen again.
That was roughly the case.
The fact that Rock Hudson met you at the Pacific Princess makes you an empress. Armistead Maupin, Friday night on stage at the Cultural Center for Pride on the Page, prideonthepage.com. Get those tickets. General admission seats still available. VIP sold out. We'll have a winner in our contest to win the VIP tickets for this Friday night to see Armistead. Armistead, you have made our gayborhood a better place, and we can't wait for you to be here in Palm Springs.
Thank you. Well, Chris and I can't wait to get to yours. We love Palm Springs.
Thanks for being on KGAY. It was a thrill for me.
For me too.
I almost fell overboard.